Hello and welcome back to Real Talk. My name is Thomas.
And as always, it's your boy, Carson S. Davis.
It's your boy.
Give me that.
Episode 11.5. We had a banger. Episode 11. If you haven't listened to that, you need to head over and
It's a total banger.
listen to that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere, wherever you listen to podcasts. You can listen to it there. But yes, Carson, you've been watching a show.
That I have.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching True Detective Season 3. There's 3 seasons. The first one has Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. Second one has...
I didn't know that. I need to take a look at this.
It's their standalone seasons. So season 1 has nothing to do with season 2 or 3 and vice versa.
Okay.
Season 1 was very critically acclaimed. Season 2 had Colin Farrell and Rachel McAdams in it, and Vince Vaughn.
Okay.
And then 3 has Mahershala Ali and Steven Dorff, and they're very good. It's a detective show, believe it or not, but a lot of twists, edge of your seat stuff. Okay. But what I found particularly engaging was in season 3. Because I'm watching season 3 right now. I haven't seen 2. I saw half of 1. I got to rewatch those.
Where can I watch this?
HBO.
God, you recommend a lot of stuff from HBO.
Hey, I don't produce banger shows, family.
I don't have an extra $15 a month,
family,
to commit.
Hey, you know what you should do? You should donate to Anchor so Thomas can watch the HBO shows that I recommend.
Now listen, that's not what your money goes to.
Hey, that would be going to Real Talk, arguably,
but that money won't.
Actually,
that's not what that goes to.
That's not what it goes to. Thomas actually just invested in more equipment with our first supporter.
Yes.
Better Real Talk.
We bought some shock mounts so that you won't have to hear this every now and then. We bought some shock mounts and we bought a third microphone. We have the third microphone. We bought the third mic stand.
Yeah.
So we can have guests on the show.
Yes, a guest.
Yeah.
I was so delayed.
Yeah. Who do you want to see on the show? That's what we want to know.
Yeah. You know who I think would be a great fit? It's my idol, Denzel.
Yeah, let's try to get Denzel Washington on the show.
I just don't know how we're going to get him on. Is the only thing.
Yeah. You know, I've got a friend who actually knows how to contact these big
You being serious?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So, might. I mean, I don't want to have any... See, we're still in my bedroom.
Well, you could do a call-in.
Could do a call-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, D.
But yeah. But it's a little awkward having a guest in here, you know? So that's why you should donate to Real Talk so we can get an actual studio.
Yes.
Yes. But Sean Denny, since you're our only supporter,
shout out.
You own 25%. 25%.
Actually, yeah, it does.
Of our new equipment.
Yeah.
Technically.
Coming in the mail tomorrow. So.
Yeah. Amazon Prime. It's getting good.
Hey, Jeff Bezos, you want to come on the show?
Hey, Jeff Bezos, you should become a supporter.
Hey, Jeff Bezos, he just donated $15 million to climate change. You can't spare a billy.
A billy?
No, he donated $15 billion to climate change. You can't spare a billy for Real Talk?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, you were telling me the other day.
Oh, yeah, listen to
that
this.
He just bought a house.
He bought the most expensive house in Hollywood. I don't know the number correctly. Let me look. Jeff Bezos house, Hollywood. But the amount of money that it was $165 million.
That's the most expensive house in Los Angeles.
Beverly Hills.
In Beverly Hills.
Okay. That is 0.13% of his fortune.
Okay.
And if you do the math, what he spent for a $165 million home is equivalent to what a person who makes $60,000 a year. It would be equivalent to a person who makes that $60,000 a year buying a $75 house.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That is an absurd amount of money.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you imagine just buying going down the street? I think I'll have that one.
Yeah.
I think I'll take it. Yeah. And then if he doesn't want it, he could just still buy the house like it's his. He could just never go.
Yeah, he doesn't have to get rid of it.
He could just have it.
Yeah.
And doesn't even
he could be a guest house.
Do you think he has houses that he forgets that he owns? Do you think?
You have to.
Because if it's I own a lot of things that are $75.
Yeah.
Do you think he forgets? Oh yeah, I have a house here.
He probably doesn't forget that he has one there. He probably doesn't go to some barely at all.
Like, you think he's got a house that he goes to like every couple years?
He probably has exactly.
Like, oh, I'm in New York. I'll just stay at my
place there.
my skyscraper.
Now, when you're that rich, do you have to pay somebody to take care of the house and you're not there?
Well,
Because like you don't want it to just get
I mean, a house by itself, the house, isn't gonna do anything.
No, but like the garden and the lawn and
stuff. I mean, and that to him,
and then like
that's nothing.
Yeah,
that's if the house is $75. What do you think he's paying for lawn services? A couple cents.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's negligible. Costs.
You're right. It is a nice house though.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Having $175 million house.
You know what's kind of a baller move is.
What do you think? Hey, you know that scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where he's talking about the $20,000 sides? How often do you think he gets $20,000 sides?
Often.
I mean, if $20,000, that's less than. I mean, that's to us probably what we pay for a large fry at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is only worth $130 billion.
That's it? Okay. All right. Cool. So he's got enough. I mean.
Okay, but no, he donated $10 billion to global warming, which is 7.7% of his net worth. That's pretty big donation.
Yeah. But where does that money really go to? Like who gets that?
No, I think he endowed like a Jeff Bezos wildlife or global warming fund.
Oh, okay. But how do they where do they distribute that to? Just like different
research scientists to research that different I'm assuming like wildlife foundations, etc.
You know, I found this out the other day.
Thomas?
You know when you go to In-N-Out or Walgreens or something like that?
We're already 8 minutes in?
Well, 7 minutes because it was rolling
for a minute. Could have swore we just started.
Okay, listen. You know when you go to In-N-Out, Walgreens, there's select locations that do this, but at checkout, it's like, would you like to donate $1 to St. Jude's? Mm-hmm. What I found out was they've already made that donation. So they're basically asking you to pay them back.
Yeah.
I used to feel really guilty when I would be like, no. Sometimes I'd say yes.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm like able to and I'm feeling generous.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes it's like, I got to check my bank account before I go to get a Dr. Pepper at McDonald's. So when I'm
they're all
like
$1 though, Thomas.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
But when I'm at that point, I'll say no, but I still feel bad.
Here's
I don't
the
feel
thing.
bad anymore.
I don't really I don't understand. Like, I'd rather just I'd rather go and donate it myself.
Yeah.
Directly to St. Jude. Because the name of a restaurant gets to put their name on the money that I just gave them to.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of
it's like you didn't even make the donation.
Exactly. But here's the thing. The beauty, what I found, because I like crisp numbers, and it's nice when you see like it's nice when you get that perfect order and it's exactly like $10 or something.
Oh, let me tell you this.
Like, that's greatness, right?
The other day I went to go get gas for our lawnmower.
Yeah.
And I was with Sam, and I was like, oh, it's going to cost about like $8 probably for 4 gallons. I get there, and I fill it up, and it's like I stop it. It's at 4 gallons.000.
Yeah.
$8.00.
Yeah, see, that's greatness.
Give me that.
That's greatness.
Give me that.
Yeah. That means gas was $2 a gallon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
I can do quick
Yes, it
math.
does.
Yeah. What I was going to say was now you can sometimes see the roundup donation, which I find particularly engaging. Mm-hmm. So like, say your order is like $22.18, you just pay the change back that would round it up, or that would make your thing $23 even.
Well, is it always
It's like
is it
82
always
cents.
rounding up? Like if it's 22.01, would it round up to 23? Mm-hmm. So that would just be a $1 donation, and then okay.
And then it's a crisp amount. So it could be like 20.
I would like to see it the other way too. Like
23.87,
like if
13 cents goes to
22.18, they round down. Your meal's $22, but they give that 18 cents to the because then it's like 18 cents cheaper for you, and they're really they're the ones making the donation at that point.
So you think it should be a joint effort?
I think it should be both ways. I
Yeah.
think it should be a
so
two-way
over
street.
5 we pay.
Yeah,
Under
because-
5 they pay.
because the cost is always going to
Then
be.
you eliminate cents.
Yeah. Then the cost will always be, for either person, it's always going to be less than $1. But it will happen every time. There will be a donation at every transaction.
Here,
Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That could
Here's
go a
the
long
thing.
way.
Because there's that whole argument on whether we should get rid of pennies. Right?
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you last time I used it. Well, yes, I can. We used a penny the other day to get exact change at
we did.
Starbucks.
But here's the thing. The reason why they can't do it is because there's 130 billion pennies in circulation. So what would that be? 130 billion divided by 100? How many dollars would that be? 130
million. What is that? I don't know.
Divided by 100? That's 1.3 billion dollars. You can't just X that out.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard. You can't just X that out of circulation.
Yeah. I don't know. Can you like replace it?
Yeah, that's the whole problem,
Because there's a lot of pennies.
Yeah, there is.
And most people. I would bet 90% of the pennies in the United States are sitting in car cup holders.
Yeah, not 90%, but a solid amount. I
bet it's up there.
At least 10%.
Well, because where do you keep your pennies?
At least in a jar somewhere. Whether that's a cup holder, a place in your car, a mug, a little penny bank.
I bet there's a higher percentage of pennies sitting in cup holders and jars than there is sitting in cash registers.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
That would be interesting.
Oh, so what we kind of got off on a tangent there. I apologize. But
yeah.
True Detective. The reason why I'm so enthralled with this show is because of how they've created this scenario. So there's 3 timetables that is shown in this season, and it cuts to three different periods of time with the same characters in different ages in their life in each episode. And it kind of, you don't get the full story, you piece it through the future and the past. So you'll hear something this guy says 30 years after the crime, you already said at the crime, and you kind of you have to piece it together on your own.
It's that don't F with cats thing where all the pieces kind of fall together. Yeah.
So the first period is 1980. So they made Mahershala look younger. And then the second period is 90. So it's 10 years later. And you distinguish, because 10 years, it's not drastic when you're an adult, like when you're 20,
right.
When you're 25 and 35, there's a difference, but not as great.
The whole thing about that is it's like why every year feels shorter.
Yeah,
it's because when you're 5, 1 year is a fifth of your life.
It's 20% of your life.
Yeah. But when you're 50, 1 year, that's a way lower percentage than like 20%.
Exactly.
So each year becomes more and more negligible.
Because you've lived more.
Yeah. So it seems like it's just
it's a mental thing.
It's like when you do like a 15-piece puzzle versus a 1,000-piece puzzle.
Exactly.
It's each piece, the size of the pieces vary. 1,000-piece puzzle, those pieces are this big.
Yeah.
5-piece puzzle, those pieces are this big.
Exactly.
For a child.
You're right.
It's more significant the fewer years you've had, and the younger you are.
Yeah.
The more older you are.
Good
each
correlation.
year is less significant.
Good correlation.
Yeah. I was a little proud of that one.
Yeah. So anyway, back to True Detective.
Thank you.
So there's one time is 1980, one is 1990, one is 2015. And so Mahershala has to play the same character, and Stephen Dorff too, and his wife. They have to play the same character at different parts of their life. And as an actor, that just totally enthralls me, because you're always given a character and you can do as much research as you want on it, as much dedication and time spent on crafting this character of what the character knows up until that point in their life, right?
Right.
And now you have to stay with the character, but you have to see how have their mindsets changed? Have they become more open to new ideas or more pushed off?
In general, movies, you're really following the character for a couple days of their life.
Exactly.
And in that situation, you're like with them throughout their life. Like you really know these characters.
And then you see their relationships. Like in 1990, Mahershala, or the character he plays, has kids that are 10. So he's very close with his kids.
Right.
But in 2015, they're
20.
grown, and he's not as close with his kids.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting
how
that plays
sound
out.
Fascinating from an acting standpoint.
And you're shooting those scenes. You could shoot 2 old age scenes in one day, and the next day I have to play 30 years younger.
Yeah, that's going back to that nimble acting that we talked about, being able to jump, change drastically in your character.
It's almost as if
day to day.
I mean, I've never done this, and I would love to have the opportunity to, but it's almost as if you have to create 3 different characters to play.
Yeah.
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 In your mind, just for simplicity's sake,
switch between the three.
I just found that fascinating, and I urge y'all to watch it. It's great.
I'm gonna try to watch that.
And I heard first season's great. Second season didn't get as great of reviews, but I've heard people who I know say they loved it. It just wasn't like as. It's kind of like.
You haven't seen the second season?
Okay. But it's kind of, from what I hear, it's kind of like, the sequel never live up to the original kind of.
Right. I mean, that kind of goes with every movie, though.
Yeah.
And there's rare cases where it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
like Rocky 2.
Yeah, like most of the time.
Yeah.
The original's better. Like, in my opinion, we had this discussion the other day. In my opinion, Toy Story 1 will always be my favorite.
Exactly.
But you were making an argument for Toy Story 2 being your favorite, but how it changes over the years.
Yeah, it does.
And
here's the thing, too. Because, like, English teachers, and avid readers, which I am to an extent, but I don't read a lot of fiction, which I'm trying to work on. Yeah. But they would argue that the book is always better than the movie.
Well,
but as a cinema lover...
But you got to think, I don't like when people say that.
Yeah.
You can fit a lot more content into a book than a movie.
Of course.
Movie, you got to keep it concise. You got to trim out the fat.
But here's the reason why they say that.
You're going to miss some details.
The reason why they say that is because the beauty of a book is that you have the template, but your creativity gets to draw it. Mm-hmm. Your mind gets to create what this character looks like.
You can't please everyone on
exactly.
On
and
a
in the
novel
movie,
adaptation.
It's someone else's ideas, right?
Yeah.
So you're never going to get...
It's impossible to please everyone.
Yeah.
Pleasing anyone is hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing that.
You're right.
That's why it's such a major decision on who they choose for the director, because like we talked about a couple episodes ago, when you hire a director, you're hiring their brain and their vision.
Yeah.
And that really applies to adaptations.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit was an adaptation.
Yeah, it was. I want to read that book.
Me too.
What's it called? Chasing something.
Yeah.
But the cover art for the book is very similar to the cover art of the movie.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a great movie. Find out what the name of that book is, because I want to read that.
Yeah, Taika Waititi, they announced his upcoming project. It's going to be with Jude Law, who's a phenomenal actor, and it's a Hollywood satire.
I'm looking forward to that.
So that should be good. Yeah.
He just did a satire.
Yeah.
I want to see. Did
you enjoy Thor Ragnarok?
No,
I didn't watch it. So
I didn't.
Well, he directed that.
Personally, and this might tick off a bunch of people who are avid Marvel fans. Personally, Thor's my least favorite, and I don't enjoy his movies. I get bored.
Okay, Thomas.
My favorite, Spider-Man. Spider-Man wins all the time. And that's probably because I grew up with Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire.
My favorite superhero movie is every movie with Denzel, because Denzel's my superhero. He's a beast. He is my acting superhero.
Superhero. What are his powers?
Legendary acting are his powers.
But that's not a superpower. That's just a power.
It is in my eyes. But I have many acting superheroes. Denzel, Phil Hoffman, Meryl, Viola Davis.
If these actors had superpowers, what would they be?
Laura Dern is one of my acting superheroes.
If these actors had superpowers, what would they be? Denzel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Demonstrativeness on screen.
No, like if
he actually had
yeah,
superhero. Okay. Super strength.
Okay.
All right. Phil Hoffman, invisibility, like a cloak, because he can hide himself and show a different character.
Yeah.
Viola Davis, what would a good Viola Davis be? She'd be like Jack, right? From The Incredibles.
Speed?
No, the baby.
Oh, the baby.
Where he changes powers all the time, because she can change her emotions on a whim.
That's a good answer.
Right?
That's a good answer.
Meryl, be like Elastigirl, right? Because she's so transformative. And she's so diverse. She's so diverse, right? Laura Dern. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good. I give her super speed.
Super speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a nice little thing there.
I'm gonna do the same thing with directors.
Okay.
All right. Let's say
Marty.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He would be like laser vision.
Okay.
Because he's just.
Yeah, he's there.
He knows the movie he's making.
Yeah.
Years before he makes it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Tarantino.
Yeah.
Would probably be the same. He might be super strength, just because of how like bold his movies are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he might be like Jack,
Yeah.
just because of his personality.
Yeah.
But his movies, super strength.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. Let's go Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
That would probably be like Invisibility, I think.
Sam Mendes.
Ooh, Sam Mendes. That's a tough one because he is very versatile.
Bong Joon-ho.
But he would be.
That's kind of hard to do because we've only,
He'd be like-
I've only seen Parasite.
Who's in The Incredibles?
Bong Joon-ho, I've only seen
Freeze.
Parasite. Oh, yeah. Why?
He's the funny one. Well, I mean, directorially, what would Bong Joon-ho be? And I'm going off of Parasite.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything else from him. Like shape-shifting.
He'd be like the Green Lantern.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
I've heard the Green Lantern was like a bad superhero.
Oh, well, then no.
'Cause there was
he's
that-
He's a good superhero.
Well, not like a villain,
Oh.
but like just people don't like it.
Oh, well, then no. He's not the Green Lantern. He's like, you know what he's like? He's like Jack, but when he becomes like the huge baby, because he's just so sweet. Like Bong Joon-ho just seems like a super sweet guy.
Yeah. Sam Mendes would be like, I feel like it'd be less of a superhero. Well, let's say if I was just to say he's a superhero.
Yeah, he's
Like,
Batman.
what
He's
superhero
Batman.
would he be?
He's
Sam
Batman.
Mendes? He's Batman?
He's Batman.
I don't think he's Batman.
Self-made.
I don't think he's Batman. I think Sam Mendes is more of like a Captain America.
Oh, totally non sequitur. Okay. Got to say it, though, because it's very interesting. Read this article about, because me and you watched all the,
The best pictures.
not the best picture, the shows, the award shows this season, during
Oh.
the award season. And Bong Joon-ho's translator was the same person. And she had gotten a phone call. She didn't answer because she just missed the call. And she got a voicemail. She read it 5 days later. They called her because Bong Joon-ho had to do an interview in the States. And she did it, and she ended up being his translator for all of award season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she talks about everything she got to experience during that time.
Oh, yeah. You got to, I
Yeah.
mean, that's got to be a crazy couple months.
And then the headline picture was Bong Joon-ho letting her hold his Oscar.
Oh,
Which I
yeah.
thought was really cool.
That is cool. You see that picture? He's making him kiss.
Yeah, that's classic.
Legendary.
That's classic.
Legendary. I love that guy.
I'm ready
excited-
to see what he does next,
Yeah.
because when someone like that, who was a legend in South Korea to begin with, and then kind of his stuff gets critically acclaimed over here. He was already known over here, but now it's widely and critically acclaimed. What kind of budget he's going to get next for his next film, and
Yeah.
I wonder how good that'll be.
I'm excited.
But also, I mean, Parasite could easily be his.
Yeah. I mean, well,
his
it might be.
magnum opus, but
Parasite might be to Bong Joon-ho.
yeah,
What Pulp Fiction
exactly
was
exactly.
to Tarantino.
There'll
where
be
that's
great movies coming.
It's going to be a classic,
Yeah,
and it's going to be a staple of Bong Joon-ho,
yeah,
but he's going to continue to just knock out bangers.
exactly. That's what I think. I agree
Yeah.
with that. I'd agree with that.
And from there, let's go to our recommendations of the weekend.
Wow, this really
This one flew by, didn't it?
this really did.
Recommendation of the week. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go
yeah,
first.
you go first.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Kind of already gave you my recommendation of the week. It's True Detective.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on HBO. I think it's about 2 or 3 years old. The latest season is. There are 8 episodes each season. There's 3 seasons, 1 hour each. First one, Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, pretty great actors. Second one, Colin Farrell, Rachel McAdams, also pretty great actors. Third one, Mahershala Ali and Stephen Dorff, also pretty great actors. Got a lot of great supporting actors and actresses in there too. If you like Deadwood and NYPD Blue, definitely recommend. I kind of told you what it was about to begin with.
All
So,
right.
Thomas, I'm going to throw it over to you. And as
My
always,
It's your boy.
give me that.
All right, it's my turn. My recommendation of the week is a movie that came out in 2017, directed by Edgar Wright, starring Ansel Elgort.
Thomas, so I have this movie idea. It's about a guy named Baby. Okay. And he drives a red car.
Well, he drives a lot of cars, but mainly a red one.
Oh wait, you know my idea? Because that's my idea.
let me do my recommendation of the week, Carson.
Okay.
You just stole it from me.
Yeah, what can I say?
Baby Driver. 2017, directed by Edgar Wright.
Thomas,
I don't
just
do this-
livening the mood.
I don't do this.
I'm livening the mood.
I don't do this to you whenever you're doing your recommendations.
I was
of the
trying to
week.
get a flow going, you know.
We had it. We had the flow.
This
now
aggression-
you disrupted the flow.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Here's what we're gonna do, so I can get through my recommendation of the week because we gotta wrap this up soon. I'm gonna mute Carson while I talk about this. Anyways, Baby Driver, starring Ansel Elgort, John Bernthal, and Lily James. This movie is incredible. It is. I'm gonna unmute you, Carson, just so you can participate.
Thanks.
Edgar Wright is another very stylized director. This movie is, I could say, one of the most precise movies I've ever seen because everything in this entire movie.
Jamie Foxx in this?
I can't remember. Yes, I think maybe. I don't know. Anyways, everything in this movie is to the beat. Every explosion, every gunshot, every time he shifts gears, it's all to the beat, which is a filmmaking feat in and of itself. And then there's visual synchronization where he'll be walking down the street and if a song says yeah, he crosses behind a telephone pole and on the telephone pole it says yeah. And just little.
Okay.
That's a movie with a ton of rewatch value.
Yeah.
And y'all got to watch it. Baby Driver. All right. I think I actually kind of forgot about this movie for a little bit, and I am ashamed that it didn't make my top 20 of the decade, because I would definitely put it on there, and maybe even top 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? You loved it that much?
I love that movie. I've seen it 3 times, I think. So yeah, you guys gotta go watch that. But let's see here. I'm just checking the time on the cameras because they cut out at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm wasting time talking about it.
Yeah.
Right now. So guys, thank you all for listening.
Yep. Come back next Tuesday for episode 1-2.
Episode
commonly
12.
referred to as 12.
Episode 12. I think in episode 12 is gonna be a fun one.
And if you didn't listen to episode 11, go and do that. It was one of our more fun ones to make, in my opinion.
Support us on Anchor. Help us continue the podcast. Get a studio so we can get more prolific guests.
We only need
here.
We only need a couple $1,000.
That's it. Just if we had a couple people do like Sean, this podcast would skyrocket. All right,
We're here.
As little.
We'd go all the way up here.
Yeah. 0 to 100.
Real quick.
Yeah. 10 to 100. I guess maybe. Depends.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways,
We're running
support
low on
us on Anchor. Anchor.fm. Head over to the Real Talk page. Click on support. You can do as little as 99 cents a month.
You don't have to, but you should.
Or as much as $10 a month. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at REELTLK_podcast. And we can do Facebook too, which is
REELTLK podcast with no underscore. So go and do that.
Yeah, go and do that there. Subscribe on YouTube for these video Real Talk Shorts, which hopefully...
You may be listening to this audio,
Yeah, and you know what?
but go and watch the video.
One more thing. If you donate on Anchor, you could get full video podcasts for not just Real Talk Shorts, but Real Talk full episodes.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would
but
love
we need
that.
some money for it.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. Carson, any closing notes?
As always, it's your boy, Carson S.
You're listening to Real Talk.